Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void on the latest patch. Patch 5.012 was released on September 28th. I played a game on the 3v3 ladder using the latest patch, so we're going to start with that game after we go after the patch notes. If you're very familiar with the patch notes, you just want to skip it, there's a bookmark down here to let you know when the game actually begins, okay? So, again, 5.0.12 or 5.0.12. Alright, so they said the main goals are making Protoss more stable on a professional level in the early game versus Raven pushes, and more able to fight Terran mid-game without solely relying on disruptors. Yeah, Protoss is having a hard time in tournaments versus Terran, so that is a good goal. Increase the variety of the mid-game and late-game army compositions by reducing the strength of masked ghosts, banelings, and disruptors. Fair enough. Make over-specialized units, cyclones, and mothership and infestors viable throughout more stages of the game. Interesting. I do feel like infestors are viable in late game and mid game if you get them, but yeah, cyclones are just early game units unless you're doing race car mech. Bring more visual clarity to important units on the minimap, as well as relevant abilities like Widowmine targeting and Disruptor's cooldown indicator. Okay, I'm okay with that. I don't think that really helps the professional level, but it's going to be nice for us lobies, right? Promote more interaction in late game scenarios by making units like Tempest, Motherships, and Broodlords more maneuverable. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Broodlords are just slow. I mean, they did give them a nice acceleration and speed increase on the last patch. I guess doing more of that is what they're into here. Tempests and Motherships being faster. Yeah, okay. I mean, we did that with Tempest too. Motherships being faster is interesting as well. So here's our Terran update. Cyclones, they reduced the cost. Oh boy. Oh, Tech Lab requirement removed as well. Health is reduced, kind of balance out these two buffs it got. And armor's reduced. Supply costs reduced. Okay, so we got a buff, a buff, a buff, and 2 nerfs. Another nerf. Auto attack range increased from 5 to 6. Oh, no, just kidding. Increase from 5 to 6. I'm blind. So that's a buff. Lock-on uses the Cyclone's auto attack damage and no longer ignores armor. Okay, so lock-on is just an extra range of your basic attack? That's what it looks like to me. So lock-on uses the Cyclone's auto attack damage. So lock-on has a further range, but it's just doing the basic damage and no longer ignores armor. So no bonus versus like roaches and stuff. Auto attack damage and attack speed is now 11, plus 3 versus mechanical, plus 1 damage per upgrade. Okay, fine. Lock-on cooldown removed. So it just has super crazy long range all the time? Lock-on no longer has a delay before the first shot and maintains weapon cooldown between lock-ons? Okay. Range is reduced from 6 to 5. Max range reduced from 15 to 9. Multiple Cyclones will now auto-cast lock-on on the same target. No more mag field accelerator because that bonus to armored is just toast anyway. And then it's made slower. And there's a new upgrade increasing the move speed, making it faster. Wow, so it's almost a total rework of the Cyclone, huh? Yeah, I'm curious to see. Actually, the game that's coming up here does involve Cyclones, so we'll be able to see those here. How crazy. Yeah, reworking the Cyclone to make it into a more all-around unit in all matchups aims to increase the viability of mech-based gameplay against Protoss, promoting more active engagements with mech-based armies. Period. Capitalization. Note, Cyclone will not auto-cast lock-on buildings, using its basic attack if no other enemies are nearby. Man, we need to really do some editing here, guys. Alright, cool. Ghost. Snipe damage reduced from 170 to 130. EMP radius reduced from 175 to 15. Yeah, so this, they're going to explain this here. Reducing the radius of the EMP will encourage Protoss to use Psystorm in the PvT matchups and help Protoss in straight-up engagements versus Terran armies. Snipe will no longer one-shot units like Zealots and Roaches and require an extra shot to kill Ultralisks in the late game versus Zerg, reducing their cost efficiency over time, and they can still kill Vipers. Fair enough. Making Ultras a little bit more viable I think would be nice because, yeah, they are just... It's rare to see a late-game Zerg take down a late-game Terran with Ultras at all anymore. Widowmine. Drilling Claw now makes the Widowmine unburrow twice as fast, so an unburrow buff here. That's interesting. So it doesn't necessarily increase the power of Widowmine drops. Yeah, fair enough. Medevac, speed upgrade replaced with Caduceus Reactor, increasing Medevac's energy regeneration rate by 100%. Minimap radius increased from 0.75 to 1. So making Medevac a little bit easier to see on the minimap is cool. I'm down with that as someone who sucks at looking at the minimap, as you guys know. Yeah, so gets rid of the booster upgrade with one that could be used in active games with a larger medevac count that run out of energy. Yep, I'm down with this. This is good. Interference matrix for Raven now requires a research. Okay. Yeah, single Raven opening can currently disable multiple key defensive units in early pushes against Protoss, and just slowing down that ability sounds good to me. Hellbat, damage bonus per upgrade reduced from 0.2 to +2, +1 versus light to +2, period. So they no longer one-shot Lings with +3 attack and Infernal Pre-Igniter. Okay. I mean, making Lings moderately more viable against Hellbats is okay with me as a Zerg player. I don't know if the mech players are happy about that. For Zerg, got rid of Adaptive Talons. Oh, move speed bonus, just kidding, was removed. And the cost was made cheaper. So repositioning lurkers is a little bit slower, but getting the upgrade is a little bit faster and cheaper. Infestor pathogen glands upgrade removed. Oh, you just get 75 straight up. Okay, cool. Fungal growth cast range reduced from 10 to 9, and damage reduced from 30 to 25. So you pop an Infestor ability to cast fungal, but the range is shorter and it doesn't do as much damage. Okay. Yeah, the Infestor has no utility until reaching 75 energy. Truth. Fungal damage and cast range is reduced to prevent Infestors from killing Marines with 2 consecutive fungals, and as a trade-off to the EMP radius nerf in the TVZ late game. Fair. Viper. Consume damage reduced from 200 to 150. Just reduces the attention required for gathering Viper energy. Broodlord move speed increase in 224 to 262. Is that really even a noticeable difference? I don't know. Maybe. Broodling, they're slower. They're even flimsier than they were previously, and they attack more slowly. So, So making Broodlords better, we're just going to nerf Broodlings to kind of compensate a little bit. Overlords are changed deceleration speed increase from 149 to 228. Generate creep delay reduced from 143 to 107, reducing the amount of time it takes for Overlords to stop and begin dropping creep to allow for more active usage of Queen drops. Nice. Overlord transport. Okay. Deceleration speed increased. Generate creep delay reduced. Move speed increased. Move speed with pneumatized carapace increased. Alright. So non-transport upgraded Overlord's move speed are unchanged, but once you've upgraded it to a Dropper Lord, very cool. You get speed. Alright. Ultralisk is cheaper. 300, 200 to 275, 200, which is okay, I guess. Burrow unburrow time reduced from 143 to 089. Have I ever burrowed an Ultralisk? Basically, they're saying this should make Ultralisks more used throughout long games, not greatly reducing the initial investment. I don't know. I don't think I agree with this one. Community Council, but okay. Hydras. Oh, they did the thing. Did they do the thing? Speed upgrade research time reduced from 7.1 to 6.4. Range upgrade research cost reduced. Okay, so from 100 to 171 seconds to 75, 75, and 50 seconds. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at speed for Hydras a little bit faster, and it's cheaper to get the range upgrade. There was an earlier suggestion, I think, that I saw in here in an earlier revision of this, where they just combined the attack, the range upgrade, and the speed upgrade, but I think they reversed that because that was way too strong. Yeah, fair enough. Baneling damage bonus per upgrade reduced from +2 versus light to +2. So they no longer one-shot probes or drones with +2 attack. Centrifugal hooks is cheaper. Centrifugal hooks research time is faster. And the health bonus has been removed from centrifugal hooks. So now it is just speed. I don't know how many people actually knew about the health bonus. You get was like +5 health with centrifugal hooks, which was nice, but it's gone now. Reduce some of the strength of mass Baneling armies in the mid-game, reducing the volatility in defending Baneling run-bys by requiring multiple Banelings to kill lurkers. The speed upgrade will require less of an investment to maintain a similar balance for 2 base Terran Marine tank-based all-ins. Reasonable. Spire, make an air armor upgrade costs cheaper. It's considered less useful despite being more expensive. Interesting. I don't see a lot of this anyway, right? Not in the current meta. Evolution Chamber. Oh, actually nerfing the cost of armor upgrades to 150, 150, 200, 200 to 252. I did notice that actually in my game that I played today. I was like, oh, oh, nice. I can't afford Carapace upgrade. All right, on to the Protoss. Shield upgrade cost at the Forge reduced from 150, blah, blah, blah. So that's been made cheaper. Okay, so that's fair, considering Zerg got a buff there. Cybernetics core air armor upgrade cost reduced as well. So they did the same thing for Protoss Air as they did for Zerg Air. Warp Prism minimap radius increased from 0.875 to, well, just 1. Yeah, so same thing they did with the Medivacs. Oh, and the Overlords. Oh, Overlords had a bigger minimap radius than Medivacs and Warp Prisms did. Huh. Previously, Warp Prisms could appear smaller on the minimap on large maps. Interesting. Making disruptors more expensive, making the model scale smaller, and the radius increased from 0.5 to 0.625. We're talking about the Purification Nova here? Reducing the power of Mass Disruptor versus Terran without significantly affecting the ability to build disruptors early for pressure builds or defend early enemy aggression. Wait. So, model scale. That's talking about the disruptor itself, right? So it's a smaller little unit. But then radius increased from 0.5 to 0.625. What is radius? Like radius of the Purification Nova? No, it doesn't affect the collision with buildings. I don't know what radius is. Somebody in the comments let me know. All right, Tempests. Made them accelerate more quickly, like significantly faster, 2.1 to 4.2. And the model scale radius is reduced by 10%. So improving the feeling of actively microing Tempest. They did this, 2-3 years ago. They did this. And they're just further doing this for Tempest to make them better. Mothership is cheaper, pretty significantly. It's less supply from 8 to 6. It builds faster, 114 to 79, and it's increased its speed a little bit, and lateral acceleration has gone up almost a full 1 here. So that's how fast the unit changes direction while moving. Increasing this will make the mothership no longer lag behind other army units at similar speed. Nice. They made the shields and the health less. They reduced the scale model by 10%. It no longer has energy. All the spells are cooldown based. Recall has an 89-second cooldown. Recall radius reduced. Time Warp has a 60-second cooldown. Time Warp slow reduced from 50 to 40%. Time Warp radius reduced. Time Warp cast delay reduced. And Cloak Field's no longer passive. It's an activated ability which lasts for 20 seconds. With a 50-second cooldown. That's a huge nerf of the mothership. Holy smokes. Okay, so it's cheaper, it takes less supply, it builds faster, and it's zippier. But it's squishier. The recall radius is smaller. All of its abilities are nerfed. And Cloak isn't a 100% passive all the time on thing. That's crazy. I don't know how I feel about that. So they changed all the abilities away from energy cooldown to prevent it from being hard countered by EMP. All right. So earlier mothership builds and all matchups. Yeah, it's cheaper, faster, less supply. All that stuff is good. Sentry Guardian shield duration increased by 2 seconds. It's fine. Oracle Stasis Ward Sight Rage increased from 4 to 7. So you can use them for central map vision. I'm down with that. Immortal Barrier will now also block the first instance of damage, which triggers the barrier. So it counts towards the 100 damage blocked by the barrier. Currently, EMP hitting an Immortal will drain all of its shields as well as activating the barrier, which will generally expire before the Immortal ends up receiving other damage, making the ability lose value in the mid-game against Terran. So now you EMP it, and then the next shot will trigger the shields. I think that's how that works. Or the barrier. Well, next shot will activate the barrier. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So EMP will still drain the shields, but not activate the barrier. That's what they're going for here. Void Ray fixed an issue where the move speed of Void Rays with Flux Veins with prismatic alignment was active instead of... was 2.62 instead of 2.89. Yeah, that's just a bug. that they fixed. Okay, so some bug fixes here. Apparently you can tactical jump outside map boundaries, or you could until that was fixed. Building previews were invisible or correct, and shield battery stop command did not cancel recharge sometimes. Got it. Also, new map pools for 2v2, 3v3, and 4v4, and 1v1. They brought back Golden Aura. I think that's... Golden Aura's an old map, right? 3v3 brought back some older maps, too. That's really interesting. All right, good. So that's the patch notes. We'll go ahead and get on into the game here. We'll see Cyclones. We'll try to see other units that were talked about here, too, right? Right. So, check it out. Here comes the game. Hey, it's a new map. We're on Nephor 1. All right, Team North is going to be a Terran player. It is Iceman. His teammate right next door is me, falconpaladin. We also have another Zerg player named Maddest Mouse. Team South, we're going to have a yellow Terran player. It is, Dar's Nize. It's like Dark Knight, but with Z's instead. Yeah, I played this map once, says Maddest Mouse. I got owned bad. And then finally, it's a Protoss named Firewolf. So 3v3 here. This is the first time on the new map. I said the new maps are kind of bad. They're big. They're weird. Some of the maps, it's like super hard to take a third base as a Zerg player because like the available third bases have rocks blocking them. This is not visible on this map, though, so I'm okay with it. So it's weird, right? You can expand out front. This is the only way into your base early game, right? You have this rocks backdoor thing you can knock down to gain access to the back, but I mean, it's a 2,000 HP, like 10 armor situation there, so good luck getting through that fast with early lings, right? So you could expand out front, gold bases, pretty neat stuff, and then you have this whole nice back area that you can expand to too. And then knock down some rocks if you want to expand up here, if that's what you're into. And then it's just mirrored on the other side because, you know, ladder maps are mirrored. Whoa. Is that a... Oh, it's a spawning pool. It looked like a... there's no way that's a roach warring brain. We're good. We're good. 2 gas, 1 base opening from Firewolf. Not very good. I don't know what he's trying to do exactly, but all right. Look at Maddest Mouse, rather. Going for this gold opening. Fantastic. Loving that. Got more rocks. Oh, is it like 2 sets of rocks? Oh, yeah. It's 1 set of rocks blocking up here and then another set of rocks blocking here. So, I mean, this is really, really safe back stuff. Kind of reminds me of Canyon of Tribulation 3v3 map that I think is gone now. Not part of the map pool anymore. If you play any 3v3s. Okay. So, no one's doing anything too crazy here. Second base for Sea Snake is popping. He's got his gas. There's a Reaper out for Dar's Nize. Is he defending against, like, friendly... Well, I don't know. Is he defending against enemy Lings or enemy Reapers? What are you up to here, dude? Hanging out, I guess. Meanwhile, I'm tossing up Queens. I'm going to send a drone down to get a third base here at about 2:30 because that's what all the good Zerg players do. Sea Snake getting a second gas and staying on 2 base. So a little bit sneaky. What's he up to with that second gas? Is he going to saturate it? Yeah, so he does saturate the second gas. On the other side, Iceman. When 1 racks expand, it is a wide open ramp over here, dude. If you get Ling flooded, you're kind of just dead. So you got to hope your teammates are going to help you out with that. Or you've got a Protoss that can help you hard wall it, but... Don't know. So got gold base early here, Maddest Mouse. Got my third base here. And then I think we're going to see a 4th base here eventually. Firewolf taking a second base around 3 minutes. Not the craziest, fastest thing, but he opened up 2 Stargate. 2 Stargate, which he is going to use to produce Phoenix. All right. So going to be a Phoenix player here. What do we got? A little bit of Ling pressure here from Sea Snake. He's got slow Ling. Speed's almost done. He's slowly pressuring. Spine's coming up from Maddest Mouse, trying to spread some of that creep. I'm just trying to get my third base down, trying to saturate up the second base. I do have some speedlings out. Not sure how big this threat is. But speed kicks in. And here comes Sea Snake. But the Spines and the Queens and the Lings, he's smart enough to back it out. And then, Dar's Knight's here with some Hellions and a Reaper, like he's playing an early TVT here. There is a Terran on our team, so it kind of makes sense you'd be doing that. A couple Marines out. Iceman, where do they come from? I don't know. They're dead, though. So just trying. I bring my Lings in. Try to get a wraparound here on these Hellions. Do kill 2 of the... No, this Hellion's alive. That Hellion survives. Terrible, terrible stuff here. But Maddest Mouse, more Lings pop out. Shuts everything on the ground down. The Phoenix show up, but the Cyclone is here. The Cyclone for Iceman. So yeah, it's doing its basic attack just at a further range. Right? Using lock on. It's so weird. Counterattack of Maddest Mouse. Might be able to take down this queen. Does get a queen kill, but otherwise not doing a whole lot here. I'm sending my Lings across because why not? Let's get on in. Kill some of the probes on the gas, maybe. Oh, the Cyclones are getting lifted by the Phoenix. Kind of, but more Cyclones are here, and they're just, there you go, just doing their basic attack. Enough Lings defending here from Sea Snake that I feel like backing out and maybe trying to jump on. Oh, get on that shield battery. I try to get on the shield battery, but oh, the probes are fighting. Shield battery overcharge is popped, and the Cyclones are helping kill the shield battery. Bam! Shield battery dies. Very smart trying to get those probes out of there, but a lot of them died trying to defend that shield battery. And then, yeah, Darz Knights has his own Cyclones and Hellions out here, too. I try to counter in, try to get a little more probe kill action here. If we're looking at worker count, I'm at 33. It's 26 for Maddest Mouse, 32 for Iceman. Enemy team, 32, 26, and 27. So people have taken some hits. Darz Knight says, you never help. Who's Darz Knight talking to? I feel like everybody's been involved here. Firewolf's been helping you out, right? Sea Snake's been helping you out. I got a 4th base. I'm taking it about 5 minutes. Got Lings up. Banelings are here from Maddest Mouse. Again, they don't have that extra HP. Then Maddest Mouse is like, yo, Blue, why'd you take all the expos? And I don't know. I took a 3rd, and then I just took a 4th. I understand his concerns here because he's here, and then he has to take a gold base for a 2nd, and then, like, I guess you take the other gold base as your 3rd? I don't know. Is he pinging? Someone's pinging. He's like, send the Banelings. Go kill this base. All right. Iceman moving out. See how my 4 bases are rolling. I am getting up some spores because I'm really... his 3rd base gets canceled. I'm really worried about the Phoenix. Defensive Banelings! Oh, gosh. Okay, well, those Hellbats died, and the Cyclones are okay against these Phoenix. Really not too bad. And then Maddest Mouse is like, I don't have a 3rd base. That's a GG. No, Maddest Mouse. Oh, and then he calls me a noob. Calls me a noob for taking my 4th base here. Aw, he's pinging all my stuff. He's like, look at you having 4 bases. And then I called him a spaz. Oh, no. Falcon, have some better manner. New maps need to be learned, I said. I didn't realize that you wouldn't have anywhere to take a 3rd base if I took this as a 4th. Each player gets 1. Well, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to tell him to whine more at me. He's pinging so hard. Chillax, dude. It's a huge map, and I ping all these places. We can expand over here. It'll be fine. Of course, you actually have to break the rocks to get in here. So I think we come to an understanding at this point in the game. This is a weird command center for Darz Knight. What? What? Is he one? Oh, man. Darz Knight's kind of one basing. He's having trouble with this, too. Zergling's trying to deal with the mass cyclone stuff of Iceman. Not exactly going well. So he's going to knock down the rocks. And he's like, you help knock down the rocks so I can expo. And I was like, okay, I have some Lings. Do they have any upgrades yet? I don't know that they do. I'm working on it. Working on +1 attack here. Got a Baneling nest up, too. Yeah, Cyclones. Burn down those rocks. Excellent job, guys. And then, yeah, the cooldown is 0. So he can lock on again. Neat. So I'm going to knock down these rocks. The Phoenix count is, as I was concerned about, is getting big. I'm getting extra spores at all of these bases. But hey, Overlords are dying. Cyclone's trying to get them, but the rocks are keeping them from chasing. No, rocks go down. There we go. Rocks are down. Chase, 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 chase. Are there enough? I've got anti-air here. I've got extra spores. He's got spores. Maddest Mouse has got the anti-air. The Phoenix. They've got the Anion Pulse Crystal upgrade. Are they supply blocking? Iceman, they're trying their best. Lift and kill a queen, why don't ya? Hydras are out from Maddest Mouse, but Hydras, whoop, whoop, Cyclones, whoop. Not enough. Not enough Hydras to stop this from happening. Got Lings here, try to deal with the Cyclones, but it's not a bad idea. Is he calling down mules to repair? No, I think the mules were here and they ran away. Took a gold base. Phoenix just having a grand old time. I'm making a bunch of Banelings here at 9 minutes. It's been a pretty crazy game so far. Not happy with my supply, but I guess I have the second most of anyone in the game. Slow Banelings against the Cyclones. Not going to be okay. Oh, it's the single swarm host play. So I'm desperately, like, I'm forgetting where my main base is half the time because I'm like, is it over here? No. Oh, it's all the way over here. My brain is not, like, even as I'm casting it, my brain is like, my main should be right here. No, it's over here, stupid. This is where you started. Absolutely crazy stuff. So I got a ton of Ling and Bane here. And I kind of forget about them, I'm going to be honest. So, is he lifting all? Oh my gosh, he's lifting and killing all of my Banelings. So I run the Lings in. Why not? Sea Snake's getting an Ultralisk Cavern while this is happening. I don't have any Banelings left, so I'm like, I'll fight him. Shield battery overcharge or no shield battery overcharge. On the other side, the Cyclone play getting some work done here. Dar's Knight, his second base is going down. Not looking good. Some siege tanks from Dar's Knight show up to try to help. I've killed a lot of probes, but I didn't get the base. So that's the second time I've tried to kill this base and totally miserably failed. Part of that was because my Banelings got killed by the Phoenix earlier. Yeah, this mass Cyclone thing is, well, it seems like it's pretty good. Oh, Hydras. Here we go. Mattis Mouse knows what's up. He's getting Hydras. I'm working on further upgrades. I've got a Hive. Infestation Pit is here. I don't know if I'm tossing down an Ultralisk Cavern, but I'm working on Adrenal. I am making an Ultralisk Cavern. But I think that's it. I think we're looking at the Hydras are good. Yeah, they all tap out. And that is your GG. Woof. So pretty intense little 11-minute 3v3 there. We got to see the Cyclones in play. We got to see the new Banelings, how squishier they are, right? We got to see, I mean, I was going for Ultras, and oh, man. He had 6 Ultras ready to pop. Would that have been good against these Cyclones? Because they don't do bonus versus armored anymore. The Ultras might have been a bit of an answer to these Cyclones if they had been able to pop out here. So yeah, the cheaper Ultralisks happening. Cheaper upgrades all over the place here too. But no motherships. Maybe we'll catch one of those in another game. But trying to go from Phoenix into Carriers, a pretty traditional strategy in 3v3 for Protoss. But yeah, economically, the problem was that Dar's Knight over here. He's got the 1 base, and he's got the 2 base. Oh, no, that was... whatever. He's got a 2nd base, and they tried to go for a 3rd. But at this stage, everyone's just kind of learning what the map pool is and where your expansions are. And yeah, Iceman had no problem kind of expanding down this right side, right? He's on 3 bases at 11 minutes. Just mass cycloning it up here. What upgrades does he have? He's got that speed upgrade, the new one. What's it called? I don't know what it's called, but +1/+1 speed. I've got +2 attack, +1 armor. Nope, that's Sea Snake. I've got +2 attack, +1 armor. There you go. And working on the Adrenal. It's almost done. Not quite there yet. Resources lost here today. 6,000 for Sea Snake, 8,000 for Dars, and 7,000 for Firewolf. 5, 4, and 4 for my team. Yeah, the one Swarm host made. The sign of a pro player right there. And that is casually lost 63 Lings, 9 Banelings. Nope, that's not me. 101 Lings and 15 Banelings. There we go. And the Queen got sniped. So 110 supply, working okay. Trying to get into that tier 3 stuff. Game couldn't quite get there for me, but that's a-okay. Very strange. Strange map, strange expansion stuff, all new stuff to deal with, and we all just gotta figure it out. Gotta learn it. So GG. All right, neat. So that right there is gonna be it from me. This has been falconpaladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void on the latest patch and a new map. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /falconpaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.